Lance, and welcome to Peoria. What should be a great day of basketball, as Lance was saying, as Normal takes on Spring Valley Hall. Let's take a look at how everybody got here. Spring Valley defeated Nashville 57-55. Nashville actually had a shot at the buzzer to win it, but didn't quite come off. University High had a great ball game against Madison, ended up a 68-60 winner. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Dorr. David Kaplan is alongside. Let's talk about Normal first. Jeremy Stanton is a guy that can flat fill it up, can do a number of different things for his team.
Tom, Jeremy Stanton is simply put one of the best guards in Illinois. He can make shots over bigger defenders. He can get his jump shot in traffic. He can also score going to the basket. He is a prime-time player. There are a lot of college coaches here to watch this kid. He's the leader of his Pioneers.
On the other side, Spring Valley's a ball club that depends on one guy, but got some bench support yesterday. But Sean Jepson's their main guy.
Right, Sean Jepson steps up with a big game yesterday. He can make shots from three, very good slashing to the basket, but he's an unselfish scorer. He finds open men cutting to the basket. Very good, consummate team player.
He finished with 27 points yesterday. He also had 6 of rebounds. Shot the ball very well, 10 of 18 from the field. So we should have an exciting game one. Game two is coming up right after that. We got a lot of fun coming up today on Sports Channel. Right now, let's go back to the studio. Oh, thanks, Lance. We're ready for basketball, but first, let's get the national anthem. And singing that from Rochester High School is Lisa Vost.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, we're ready to meet the lineups for both teams. Spring Valley Hall and Normal's University Pioneers. Here's Paul Herzog, our PA announcer.
The Illinois High School Association and the city of Peoria, welcome to America's original March Madness. Today's semifinal game in Carver Arena features the Normal University High Pioneers with a record of 29-3 and the Hall Township Red Devils a record of 26-5. Let's meet the starting lineups. At a forward for Normal U High is 6'3" junior number 31, Neil Burskins. At a forward for Hall Township, a 5'11" junior number 22, Ryan Andres. At a forward for the Pioneers, a 6'6" junior number 35, Brandon Dirks. And in a forward for the Red Devils, a 6'5" junior, number 34, Joey Reed. The Normal U High center, a 6'7" sophomore, number 55, Seth Hubbard. The Hall Township center is 6'7" junior, number 45, Nick Sterling. At guard for the Pioneers, a 5'9" senior, number 13, Dan Bradley. At a guard for the Red Devils, a 6'1" senior, number 5, Eric Bryant. The other Normal U High guard is 6'1" senior, number 11, Jeremy Stanton. The other guard for Hall Township, a 6'2" junior, number 20, Sean Jepson. Head coach for the Pioneers, a record of 29-3 this year. In his 20th season, Carl Hubbard. And for Hall Township, in his 23rd year, a record of 26-5, Eric Bryant.
Now let's go to Eric Collins standing by. What's up, Eric?
Well, Tom, of course, this is obviously the biggest basketball day live in any of these guys' lives, and it's so big they're going to play 2 games today. Both teams, win or lose, will of course play later on this evening. The winner of this game will play in the championship game. Of course, the loser will play in the consolation game. Now, both coaches say they're not planning on changing any of their strategy to try and give their guys any more rest so they can be ready for the second game later on today. Now, it's important to remember that both these teams are fairly deep. They usually go around 8 or 9 man rotations, so we will see how fatigue plays a factor in today's first game, and of course later on today in the championship and the consolation game. Consolation game. Sorry, Tom. Back to you.
That's all right. You were close. Let's take a look at our country company's insurance now starting lineups. It'll be Stanton and Bradley at the guards, Dirks, Hubbard, and Burskins at the forwards for Normal University High. For Spring Valley Hall, it's Bryant and Jepson. Andres and Reed are the forwards, and Sterling is in the middle for Eric Bryant. Eric Bryant's birthday today. It is the player, Eric Bryant, not Daddy, the coach. And there he is, the birthday boy, gets it right up to Jepson, who missed the layup, but a foul called as he go in, and Seth Hubbard, I believe, will pick up the personal foul.
Tell you what, Sean Jepson exploded to the basket. He saw he had an opportunity, and boom, he was into the lane and up toward the basket. He knew there was going to be contact. Nice job to make sure he got the shot off.
So Jepson will go to the Jepson will go to the free throw line. Hits the first. He was 4 of 6 from there yesterday. You see in the season, an 82% free throw shooter. Bangs both of those home, and his team 4 seconds into the game has the lead. University High didn't get a lot of scoring from a number of different players yesterday. Three-pointer is way off, and the rebound pulled down by Eric Bryant. There's a change in the starting lineup for Hall as Jody Reed came off the bench yesterday. Today he is a starter. Came off and played pretty well. Ball tapped out. Will belong to Hall.
Now, the important thing yesterday was everyone gets a touch early, so you get over the jitters of playing on the big floor with the big crowd here. Today, everybody's focused in. They have their eyes on playing tonight, the late game for the Class A prize, the championship.
Jepson, nice dish, looks inside for Joey Reed, and a jump ball called. Reed got tied up inside. Alternate possession will go to Normal University High.
You know, the more I watch Sean Jepson play, that's a heck of a pass. That was the case of the guy who caught it wasn't ready to catch the basketball. Sean Jepson showing me more than just the ability to score. He's a primetime player.
Burskins couldn't hit it, but University High gets the rebound. They're the Pioneers in green. Turnaround jumper in the lane comes up short. And again, Eric Bryant with the rebound. Bryant gets it right back, goes to the basket, couldn't hit it, and rebound pulled down by Seth Hubbard, and a foul called on the inside. Nick Sterling will pick up the personal foul.
Well, Eric Bryant really was not in a position to catch that ball on the move and explode up and make a layup. That was a tough pass to handle, control, and then try and score. When you make a pass, and you know this, Tom, as a post guy hitting cutters, you have to think, are they open? And then what can they do with it once they catch it?
Brandon Dirks with it on the wing. And there's their score. Baseline will go. Jump shot from there is good for Dan Bradley.
Nice job to square his shoulders up to the basket. Medium range jump shot, and he buried it.
Ties his point total from yesterday. He had 2 yesterday. Ball is loose, and a foul will be called. Joey Reed will pick up the pushing foul. Jeremy Stanton last night had 25 points. Dan Bradley had 2. That was the entire scoring for their starters.
Hall has to be very careful they do not get themselves in quick foul trouble. Yesterday they had problems, Joey Reed in foul trouble, and you need your horses inside. That's where they got back in their game yesterday in their win. They dominated the glass and scored 3 feet from the hoop.
From 17, Seth Hubbard knocks it down. That's his first. And it's 4-2 now in favor of Normal as the shot is blocked, but a foul called. Foul goes on Seth Hubbard, their big man, and Seth Hubbard has picked up his second personal. He thought he got all ball. Tell me what you think here, Caps.
Tough to tell. It's certainly you didn't see a lot of contact there, and he can't believe it. All right, let's see the look right here, and that is all ball. Tough call.
Kevin Jones, a 6'7" senior, checks in as Seth Hubbard has to check out.
It's nice, though, to have a rotation where you can go to another guy off the bench at 6'7". How many teams don't have anyone over 6'3" or 4"? And here you've got a rotation of guys 6'7".
Second of 3, ties it up at 4. A 78% free throw shooter for Andres, and makes it 5-4. Jeremy Stanton put on a show yesterday. This one is a corner 3 that comes up short. Had it knocked loose, and Eric Bryant picks up the rebound.
Hey, Eric Bryant, the coach, yelling at his son. He said, push the tempo. Get the ball down the floor.
Running one-hander is off. Bryant tapped it. It's loose inside. Joey Reed lost it. Still loose, and Bryant comes out of the pack with it. Goes on top. Andres for 3. Nope. Joey Reed right there with a left-hand follow.
That's where Hall has got to make their mark. They're up against a bigger team today, but I don't know if they're up against a stronger team. Joey Reed is a physical player around the hoop. You combine him with Nick Sterling, you can bang on the glass with most teams here.
Jeremy Stanton's been pretty quiet so far. Baseline drive and a foul called on the jump shot. Let's see if that's Eric Bryant who's called for the personal. Yep, it is.
All right, here's the dribble drive along the baseline. Now let's see where we get contact.
With the body.
No doubt about it.
Brandon Dirks, first of 2. And I don't think either team has come out tight at all, Cap. Something we saw a little bit yesterday. I think these two teams are pretty well relaxed.
Once you get your sea legs under you like a young colt, and now you're starting to feel good, and you are into rhythm a little bit, and you break a sweat.
The official talking to him looked like there may have been a little blood from his knee.
Right. He's saying, see, the way the rules are, they're going to have to make a determination if that is a cut that was open during the ball game or if that is a cut that occurred a while ago and it's old. That may be a scab from an old wound. It's tough to tell.
Makes the second, and now they will make him come out and get attention to that.
And he's going to have to get that attended to, and he must come out of the game. The high school rule is he must come out for a possession while they attend to it. In the collegiate ranks, they can attend to it. You can stay in the ball game.
And if you have to, you can take a 20-second timeout and get it
in the
dealt with.
Right.
Yep. So they'll wrap it up. Nick Anderson, a 6-foot senior guard, has checked in. Brandon Dirks is out for a possession or 2. Bryant with the fake, goes inside. Joey Reed had it knocked away. Jump ball called. And we should have a timeout on the floor. 4:47 left in the first quarter. We've got a 7-6 game as Hall leads University High. Welcome back. First quarter of action. Eric Collins is standing by. What do you got, Eric?
Well, Tom, a big day for point guard Eric Bryant. It's his 18th birthday today. Now, the Spring Valley fans, they remembered when he came onto the floor today. They opened up with a big round of happy birthday to you. Now, Eric's just happy that today is not yesterday. Yesterday, he was 0 for 9 against Nashville. Fortunately for Spring Valley, they didn't need his points, and they advanced to today's action. So a big birthday for Eric Bryant. He's looking to celebrate with a little trophy at the end of the day. And Tom, by the way, consolation. Is that okay?
That's much better, Eric.
Thank you.
Nice job, Eric.
We'll continue to work with you, try and help you out. Inbound pass. That's good defense. Nice play. Kevin Jones knocked it away.
I want to see Jeremy Stanton a little bit more involved. I think his guys have gone away from him a bit and haven't gotten the best offensive player on the floor involved.
Down the floor, they look for Jepson. He'll take his time, come up, miss it. Joey Reed is right there inside with the putback. And I tell you what, this is a guy that has really earned his uniform today.
I really believe he was the key guy in their win yesterday. I know they got big points out of Jepson, but until they dominated 3-4 feet from the basket, they were on the short end of the stick, and the guy that got him back was Joey Reed. He deserves all the credit in my book for what he did inside.
And Nashville was right there with them until Reed started taking over. University High passes it a little bit back and forth. Here comes Stanton into the basket to penetrate. Dishes off. The shot partially blocked. And out of bounds it'll be to Normal.
There's the pass. Now watch the shot block. Nice job here by Reed. Tips the shot, and that's an excellent call. Crowd doesn't like it, but the officials right on top of it. That's why they're here working. The best officials get to the state finals, and that's why they're here. Good job.
Dan Bradley with the top of the circle. Baseline, couldn't get it, and Joey Reed is right there. Ahead they go to Bryant. Bryant stops from 16 off, and the rebound pulled down. Quick outlet pass goes to Jeremy Stanton. With Jepson right there, Stanton goes to the basket and lays it in.
I tell you, I really like his quickness. He's a kid. As soon as he sees the opportunity to score, boom, he is down the floor and to the basket. He's got real good hops.
Now, David, his team is down by 1. That's the first basket that he has, his first points for the day.
They haven't gotten him involved yet.
Again, he got 25 yesterday. From the corner, 4-3. Count that one for Sean Jepson. He's got 5.
Sean Jepson loves to play to the crowd, get his fists going, pump in the air. He's a very emotional player and an outstanding scorer.
3 goes up from the right side, and their outside shooting has not been good, and a foul will be called over the back against University High.
They're going to get Jason Halm.
That's his first. Mike Spoonmore checks in.
Now, what we've seen so far out of Spring Valley is distributing the basketball, different people getting opportunities. But I still believe when they come down in a half-court situation like this, they need to set a couple of screens and dive the ball down to one of their 2-post guys and see if they can really start to dominate 3 feet from the basket.
Oh, Reed had the opportunity. He got the defender in the air, but just didn't make the move down low. Little shoving match, and the wrestling match will result in a foul called inside on Kevin Jones of University High.
See, Kevin Jones can match Nick Sterling height-wise, but Nick Sterling's a physical football-playing guy. It's very tough to battle with these guys on the low post here.
Oh, you're talking about 210, 215 against about 180, 185. Makes a difference.
Big difference.
Baseline 3 for Eric Bryant.
He has a big grin on his face.
Yeah, you bet.
Finally, he says, the lid's off the basket, Dad. Looks over at his dad. Now he's probably much more relaxed.
Jeremy Stanton, the runner is no good, but a foul called. See if that goes on Spoonamore.
Now, a lot of coaches like to use the guys throwing the inbound passes, the guy taking the shot. That's exactly what they do. Nobody steps out and gets a hand up, look at the grin, and all fired up as he heads down the floor. Think he didn't take some heat for 0 for 9 yesterday?
Oh, man.
Especially from that guy.
Yeah.
Dad.
Stanton was 6 of 10 from the free throw line yesterday. He's got 3 points. Yes, sir.
Eric Bryant is wearing a red suit with red suspenders. The red jacket's draped on his chair. I went over, I said, Coach, do you wear a red suit every game? He said, no, just the big ones, the rivalries and the state tournament. I said, have you cleaned it since the state tournament started? He said, absolutely not. I'd washed the luck out of it.
Jason Halm with the rebound. 15-10. Hall leads Normal. Stanton gets it right back. They're doing a good job at keeping somebody in front of him, Cappy.
Doing a very nice job not allowing him to penetrate into the gap. As you watch an offense attack a zone, the best way to attack the zone that Spring Valley is using, a 2-3 zone, is you must dribble into gaps and then kick out to shooters. You must take the ball hard to the basket and then kick out to open shooters. They have not had much success doing that.
Reed with the left hand. That's a nice play. He has come to perform today. He's got 6 of their 17 points. And with just over a minute left, Stanton missed that, and a foul on the rebound will go against University High.
Well, Stanton a little hungry there on the shot. He hasn't gotten many shot opportunities. He knows that when he gets a clean look at the basket, he is going to take it. But here's the move by Joey Reed inside. To me, Tom, he's not the quickest guy on the floor. He's not the tallest guy on the floor. He's certainly not the best shooter from the perimeter on the floor, but he's a winner. He's with guys like Joey Reed.
The guy that's getting it done. You are right. A second ago, Brandon Dirks came back in. You see him with the bandage around his left knee. On top, Bryant with it. 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Ball deflected. He gets it back on top. Jepson, the runner, off balance. Tried to go off the glass and just didn't quite throw it hard enough. They look up the floor. Stanton is open. Jeremy Stanton for 3. Back of the rim, and Bryant right there. 25 seconds left. And, oh, Jepson didn't see it and still saved it. Nice ball fake. Almost knocked away. Loose ball. Reed comes up with it. With 11 left in the quarter. Rebound tap. Loose. Up the floor. Brandon Dirks to the layup. Got it. No basket. Offensive foul called on Brandon Dirks. No basket with 2.8 seconds remaining in the quarter. That's his first.
It's a good strong take to the basket. Eric Bryant is definitely there. The problem is Jeremy Stanton was wide open for a layup. Jump stop, dish to Jeremy Stanton, and you've got a layup. You've got to be more perceptive. As you look at Cal Hubbard in his 20th year, 3-2 and 228.
The 3 will not fall. And we played one period here in Peoria, the first Class A semifinal of the day. And we've got a 17-10 ball game. Spring Valley Hall leads Normal after 1. The broadcast rights for the IHSA Boys Class A Basketball Championships have been granted to Sports Channel and Intersport Television by the IHSA. Any reproduction of this game without the express written consent of Sports Channel, Intersport Television, and the IHSA is prohibited. Dan Bradley with it as they look around. Stanton with 4 points goes inside. Nice fake, puts it up and in. A good move by Seth Hubbard, who went out early with foul trouble and came back in, makes the basket. 17-12. He's got 4 points. Bradley right there to pick it off. Goes ahead to Stanton. Reed tried to take the charge, but he went right around Joey Reed.
Tell you what, you see some real quicks going to the basket. The important thing when you attack a zone, as we talked about, is taking into gaps or running a guy along the baseline. But when you get in transition, you've got to attack the basket to score.
Off the glass, no. Reed right there for the putback. It's been a lot of garbage that he's gotten, Caps, and by that I mean second or third chance opportunities, but he's been there to take advantage of it, and Joey Reed now has 8 points.
Hey, he works so hard. When the shot goes up, he finds a body.
Jeremy Stanton from 15 drains that one.
That kid's a player. That kid is a player.
He scored 2 in a row. He's got 8 points now. And we've got a 3-point game. Here, Coach Bryant saying swing it, hit the high post, nobody home. Bryant, the son, comes back and picks it up. In the lane, Joey Reed couldn't get it, but a foul call. You know, he's finding the open spots, and I know we're talking an awful lot about him, but he's doing a nice job.
You look at Cal Hubbard. The thing that has to concern him is his guys are standing around Tom offensively. When you are on an offensive set, you have got to set screens and move without the basketball. Yesterday, we saw a lot of guys, good scorers, who would move without the basketball and get themselves shot opportunities. If you're trying to get Jeremy Stanton the ball, everyone's got to be in concert setting screens to get him scoring opportunities.
(20-16). He's got 9 points in the game. Here goes Stanton, and he lost it. He just flat lost it. Jepson, one-on-one, goes up, and he got fouled. Dan Bradley picks up his second foul in about 30 seconds.
Nice dribble drive out of Sean Jepson. Attacks the glass, crosses over the lane. Little stutter step, and he knows now he's got him beat. That's a shot, though, he should be able to complete for a 3-point play. Probably frustrated with himself. He got hit, but he had a pretty good clean look at it.
The thing I like to see kids do when they shoot free throws like that, especially on the break, if Jepson hits the first, he's got 6 points now. Ryan Andres comes back in. Spoonmore comes out. I like to see a kid finish up, go right up to the basket, and come right straight down. I see so many kids that end up 4 or 5 feet underneath the basket, out of bounds, where if you do miss it, you have no chance at a rebound.
No chance at all. That's why you try and jump stop so you're under control, explode hard to the basket, and you're right. If you miss the shot, you can bounce and go back up and get it.
Yeah, you've got best position. They swing the ball back and forth. Fake the shot, comes inside, bad looking shot, and a rebound foul will be called on the inside. Nick Sterling has a disappointed look on his face.
Right, now there's a fake, good ball fake. Get inside, there's the contact. There's no doubt about the foul. The whole thing created, Tom, because Nick Sterling worried about the basketball, didn't worry about sealing off a man, and that happens a lot. When you're in a zone, you do not have a primary responsibility for a man. You have an area. You've got to find the man in your area and seal him off, just like you do in man-to-man defense.
They were going to give him 2 shots on that. Instead, now it's out of bounds. And University High trailing by 6. Ball is tipped, and Jepson comes up with it. Gets it ahead. Andres goes in and makes the layup.
Nice pass by Jepson. Nice finish by Andres. Hall is very well coached in that when they recognize that change from defense to offense, boom, they're down the floor.
And a steal by Eric Bryant. The Red Devils of Hall trying to put a little run together, but here comes Bradley, gets it ahead. Stanton allows Bryant to go by and lays it in. That's good recognition.
Real good recognition, body control, the whole package right there to create himself an easy deuce.
Jeremy Stanton with 10 points on the game as Bryant drives in, had it knocked away, picked it back up, out on top. Andres, oh, had it blocked. Here comes Brandon Dirks for the lay-in. Boy, from what looked like a big swing going toward the Red Devils, the Pioneers of University High come back. Now Jepson tries to answer that, can't. Here comes Stanton. They can cut it to 2. That ball is knocked away. Andres saves it to Jepson.
That's a great save. Andres just had one slap back in his face, and he steps up and makes a big-time play there. You always try and find something to do to help the team. You miss a shot, get a rebound.
Blocked, and Stanton right there to pick it up. University High, a long 3 by Jeremy Stanton. I think he might have thought he was a step closer. Here comes Jepson down the floor. The runner is good.
Tough shot.
Sean Jepson has 9 now, and it's 26-20. This is a high-octane game. Both teams running up and down the floor. Nice entry pass, and the layup goes in for Seth Hubbard. Hubbard came from the top, caught the ball, went right to the basket.
He shows you a tough move for a lot of young big guys to make. A cutter going to the basket, and he caught it, didn't travel, and scored it. Real nice job by the sophomore, Seth Hubbard.
Bryant on the run. Eric Bryant with 5 points now, and it's a 6-point lead for his team. Spring Valley Hall, the Red Devils, lead Normal University Pioneers in the first Class A semifinal game. Oh, we had great games yesterday. This one's shaping up to be just the same. The quick jumper from Brandon Dirks, who has 6.
The interior defense, Spring Valley Hall, is not playing well right now. U-High is just dominating inside.
And Joey Reed's getting ready to check back in.
Good substitution out of Coach Eric Bryant. Get your horse back in.
Bryant started to drive, and a blocking foul will be called on Seth Hubbard. Seth Hubbard, their big man, has picked up his 3rd personal foul.
All right, here's Eric Bryant. Dribble drive. No doubt about the foul.
Joey Reed comes back. Nick Sterling leaves. Jason Halm comes back in for University High, and Seth Hubbard has to leave with 3 fouls.
Good coaching by Eric Bryant, because he's getting his big guys a chance to catch their breath. He's had Joey Reed out, now Nick Sterling's out. Adam Curran in the game. Mike Spoonmore's been in. He's giving everyone a chance to get their feet wet here in the first half, because you know if the game's on the line in the 4th quarter, you want to ride your starters if you can.
Makes them both 30-24 timeout call. 2:38 left in the first half. 30-24. Spring Valley Hall leads University High.
Folks, welcome back to Carver Arena. Now, win or lose, this is going to be a busy day for the U-High cheerleaders. You see, they're in the state cheerleading championships. So immediately following this game, they're going to drive 30 miles to Bloomington, and then they have to perform, and we'll see how they figure out in the cheerleading championships. And then they're coming back here to Peoria, and they'll be cheering on the boys, either in the consolation game or in the title game. So a big game for the cheerleaders. Huge day. Tommy, back to you.
All right, Eric, your job is to find out how they did now. I'm going to count on you tonight to tell us.
Some pressure, but I think I can handle it.
All right. From the right side, just inside the three-point stripe, Dan Bradley couldn't hit it. Jepson, tough stop jumper, couldn't put it down. Rebound pulled down by Eric Bryant. Puts it up, and a foul called as Bryant goes right back to the basket. That's a good, strong move by Eric Bryant.
Nice job crashing the offensive glass. That's a tough shot to hit for Sean Jepson, because he was moving as he took the jumper, Tom. He doesn't come up and go down in the same exact spot on the floor, which is a very tough shot for a young player to hit. I mean, you know, if you're not squared up, got your elbow in and follow through, it's hard enough to make a jump shot. On the move in fast break, to knock down an 18, 19-footer is a very tough thing. Good job by Eric Bryant to crash the glass.
Shot is short, rebound pulled down. Kicked out. Andres for three, short. Stanton dishes it off inside. The layup goes in. That's a nice dish off and basket. Brandon Dirks puts it in, and it's 31-26. Dirks with 8 points now. Just under 2 minutes left in the first half.
Jeremy Stanton does a good job passing the ball in transition and finding guys cutting to the basket.
Reed had it knocked away, comes back up with it, fakes and kicks it out. Andres for a three, try again, way off. And Bradley ran right into Eric Bryant and came right around him. Lob pass inside. Jepson knocked it away. He is 1-on-2. Goes behind the back and says, nah, let's hang on. And a foul will go. Jeremy Stanton will pick up the personal foul.
Sean Jepson is exhausted. He was just sprawled out on the floor. They just helped him up.
Stanton picks up his first.
There's Sean Jepson. He's beat. He's tired. Tough thing to play yesterday in a big pressure game. You know, every game that you play, it's one and done if you don't get it accomplished.
Free throw is good. He's got 10 points. He played every second of the game yesterday. Played 32 minutes. You know why he didn't play anymore? Because there was no overtime. I mean, he's the type of guy you just, when the game's on the line, it's hard to take him out. He makes both. He's got 11, and it's 33-26. Quick pass goes inside. Stanton thought about the shot. Now he'll take the three and hit that from the top of the circle. He's got 13, and it's back to a 4-point game with just under 1 minute left in the first half.
He's got some good quicks, Jeremy Stanton. He really is a jitterbug out there. Makes it very tough on a defender to handle him. You don't know if he's going to dribble drive, he's going to pull up and hit the three, or make an entry pass to the post. Very tough triple threat guy.
That was their first three-pointer and almost backcourt.
30 seconds left here, first half.
See when they start their offense. Eric Bryant drives and kicks it back out. Good ball movement and good spread. Good ball movement and good people movement, I guess, is the best way to describe this. Bryant gets tied up, finds Reed. 8 seconds left. 7-6. This is the guy you want to have take the shot. He tried to get it back in a jump ball. Alternate possession will go to Hall's Red Devils. There's the arrow. Nick Sterling will check back in.
He'll go in for Adam Curran. They make this substitution because some of the things they do on their out-of-bounds play involve a lob to a big guy. Nick Sterling, 6'7", is a bigger player than Adam Curran. He's got good hands as he goes to the basket.
There's the play. Couldn't get it. Quickly up the floor. Anderson let it fly, and it is just off. We've played one half of basketball in the Class A semifinal. The winner goes for the state championship tonight. After one half, 33-29 is our score. University High with the lead. Eric Collins is standing by with Cal Hubbard. Go ahead, Eric.
Thanks, Tom. Cal, how happy are you with your team's play in the first half?
We didn't play very well. We got no breaks. We're very fortunate to be only 4 down. Hopefully we'll attack better in the second half, play better defense.
What are you planning on telling your kids in the locker room?
I don't know. I'm going to figure that out between now and then.
All right, you got about 30 feet. Good luck, Cal.
Thank you.
All right. Tom, back to you.
I like a coach who says that. You know what? I'm not sure right now. I had a little time to think, and I like coaches who will take their time as they go in the locker room, take a little time and think about it. We had a great first half, a 4-point game. Spring Valley Hall, the Red Devils lead Normal University High's Pioneers 33-29. Let's go back to the studio. Lance McAllister standing by. Lance, I hope they're all this good today.
Tom, I hope so too. It's going to be a busy day here on Sports Channel. We have got wall-to-wall hoops. Now, coming up in Game 2 of our high school semifinal doubleheader, it's St. Francis de Sales taking on Warsaw. We'll talk more about that one after we take this time out. We're back after this.
I remember how much fun it was and how it was just a focal point, not just of my team, but of the whole school and the whole community at, at Leiden where I went to school. It was so much fun because that's all people talked about was our team and about who we were playing and how many tickets can you get and where you're going to sit and, how you're going to drive there and the whole bit. That's all people talked about all week long before the regionals, before the sectionals and the super sectionals.
Some of the halftime activities here, Cap. This kid's got a little game, huh?
This young man is tremendous. I mean, think of the pressure. He's got to perform. He's not in his living room or his driveway. There's 15,000 people here. He is outstanding.
Let's take a look at the highlights, David. Not that that wasn't a highlight.
Absolutely. Jeremy Stanton gets it going for Normal U High. explodes to the basket, gets the left-hand lay-in for U-High. That was early in the ball game. Sean Jepson, who scored 27 yesterday, measures, fires, nails a long-distance shot for Spring Valley Hall. Then Eric Bryant off the inbounds. Nobody respected the shot. He was 0 of 9 yesterday. Buries the tray there. That was his first basket of the ball game. Joey Reed, a real factor inside for the Red Devils there. He gets a nice move in the lane, lays it up on the glass, and scores it. Jeremy Stanton, nice job to get himself a clean look from 15 feet, and he buried it. Sean Jepson, though, with a steal, and it leads to a Ryan Andres layup. Spring Valley Hall very good in transition in the first half. Brandon Dirks gets the block. I mean, all ball, and then he takes it the length of the court and lays it in for U-High. And then Jeremy Stanton closes out our highlights. Should I take it? I guess I will. Measures and fires a 3.
Let's take a look at our first half stats brought to you by Ameritech. 12 of 25 for U-High. Hall made just 9 of 27. See, the free throws a big difference. 13 of 15 turnovers, rebounds a little different. Second chance points a lot better for Spring Valley. And in fact, talking to Spring Valley Hall, let's go over to Eric Collins. He's there with their coach, Eric Bryant. Go ahead, Eric.
Thanks, Tom. Eric, how was halftime? What's the mood of the guys? Are they antsy or what?
Well, they're very intense yet very concerned. You know, we played a decent first half. We're up 4 points, so, you know, we're right where we want to be. We just got to have a real good first 3 minutes here coming out of this second half. Got to do a little better job on Stanton. He's penetrating some and hurting us, and getting that ball at that high post, really a big concern of ours against our defense. So we're going to try and shut those things down and be prepared for a little bit more pressure. They might be coming after us a little bit more.
All right, Eric, we wish you the best of luck in the second half. Thank you. We're going to take a quick break right now. When we come back, we'll have second half action. Stay tuned, everybody.
Welcome back to Carver Arena here in Peoria. We're set for the second half of action between University High and Spring Valley Hall. Our first Class A semifinal. Good ball movement inside, but right there to take it away, Spring Valley's Red Devils.
Well, Spring Valley came out in the zone again, and you heard Eric Bryant tell Eric Collins, we're going to have to take away that entry pass into the high post, because that's where Normal has liked to initiate their offense. Did a good job there, forced the pass low, and that's what created the opportunity.
Nice play by Dan Bradley. Pushes it up the floor, and Jeremy Stanton couldn't hang on. It'll go out of bounds. Stanton says, make that a little easier pass.
You don't like to give up those opportunities. I mean, that was an easy basket opportunity that you give up. As you look at the leading scorers, Stanton 14 points and Jepson 11, the 2 prime time scorers in this game. Although I'll tell you, Joey Reed had 9 and 5 boards. He really stepped up in the first half for Spring Valley Hall.
For the opening, and Stanton is right there. Boy, he read that perfectly and goes in for the slam. 15 now for Jeremy Stanton.
You know, Tom, guys that are complete players know how to play on the defensive end, and it's not just taking responsibility for your guy or your area in a zone. It's getting up the passing lane and making things happen, and that's why that whole play occurred.
Tough move. It wouldn't fall. Rebound tapped loose. Finally picked up by University High, and a foul called. Nick Sterling was the man there. Let's see if he has picked up the personal foul.
Here comes the opportunity. There goes Jeremy Stanton. He stepped up. He anticipated the pass, and then he says it's showtime.
Nick Sterling did pick up his 3rd personal foul. And now a chance for University High to tie the ball game. They trail by a pair. Cross court pass back to Dan Bradley. Stanton will take a long 3, and it did everything but go in. Came right back out.
Well, he had that one halfway through the basket.
Jepson tries to get it on the other end. Can't. So both teams' star players come out and miss shots here early in the third period. Baseline jumper, high arcer, nope. Right there for the follow, though, is Brandon Dirks, and we are tied with just under 6 minutes left in the third quarter.
Nice job. He never bounced off the floor. He caught the ball in midair, didn't give a defender a chance to block the shot, and scored it.
Inside Reed, off the glass and in. He has really had a good tournament. 11 points for Joey Reed.
He is such a physical player. That's that football mentality. All 5 starters played on a 12-2 1996 football team that made it in the state Class 3A title game.
And a foul called against University High. They're pointing at Brandon Dirks, and he'll pick up the personal foul. That's his second.
There you go. Can't reach. Must use your body. Tom, can you tell me what Division I head basketball coach is a graduate of Normal U High?
I'll let you do that since that was your question. You came up with that earlier.
Evansville coach Jim Cruz.
Bodies flying. Reed goes to the basket, can't get it. Sterling went for the rebound. Eric Reed went for the steal. Neither one of those came off. Now Stanton pushes it up the floor, comes inside. Nice dish off. Inside, Brandon Dirks lays it in. And we're tied again at 35. Dirks with 12 points.
U High seems to be playing with more confidence here in the second half, and that's why they've got a tie ball game on their hands. They're a little more aggressive offensively and defensively.
Baseline jumper comes up very short. Rebound put back up. Couldn't get it. Spoonmore lost it. Finally picked up by University High. Dan Bradley pushes it up the floor. Stanton really wanted it. Makes the move, falls down, and traveling will be called.
They waited too long to get him the basketball. There's something called the line of truth, moment of truth when you're making a decision. We'll talk about that after we take a quick break. It's knotted at 35. 4:20 left in period number 3 in semifinal number 1 here in Peoria.
Welcome back to Carver Arena. We're all tied up 35-35. Now, just about now is when Spring Valley Hall usually goes to its bench and brings out Adam Curran. Adam Curran, you may remember from yesterday, he's like a shot of adrenaline whenever he comes into the ball game. They call him the Worm because he likes Dennis Rodman. Now, earlier this season, he was going to color his hair red. Well, Coach Eric Bryant said, nah, it's not going to happen. If anyone's making a fashion statement out there, it's going to be me. And you see he's got his all-red outfit today. And by the way, Mr. Kaplan, another coach, Division I coach, went to high school at Normal U. Randy Smithson of Wichita State. Sorry to correct you again. Back to you, Tom.
Oh, that had to hurt.
Eric, you just took away another piece of information I was going to use later in the third quarter, but that's okay.
Oh, you're saving that little pearl of wisdom.
I saw you looking over my shoulder before the game.
Actually, that one came from our crack photographer, Steve, over here. He's the one who's got his nose in the stat book.
Eric, you've seen that bridge he wants to sell you too, haven't you? Eric Bryant picks up his dribble. Now he'll take the 3 as an afterthought. It almost went in. Sterling with a rebound, had it blocked and a foul called. Neil Burskins, I think, got him with the body.
That's who they're going to get. Good job by Nick Sterling. He's got good position. Remember in the first half, Sterling picked up a couple fouls. One because he did not get inside position. There, he took care of his responsibilities, Tom Dorr.
Free throw, nothing but net. He drops it home. His first point. And he has his team up by a pair now, 37-35. Spring Valley Hall with the lead. Quick turnaround jumper off the glass, rebound tapped, and Eric Bryant comes up with it. Bryant gets it back and faked it. Sterling, turnaround jumper, wouldn't quite fall. Rebound fought for, pulled down. Inside, Joey Reed puts it in with the left hand. Reed has been something. He's got 13 of his team's 39 points.
Well, but give the credit on that one to Mike Spoonmore. The guy kept it alive. He's not the biggest guy inside. Big heart, though.
Boy, that's a shooter's touch by Brandon Dirks. The turnaround jumper puts 14 points in his bracket, and it's back to a 2-point ball game. Jepson started to go baseline, then came back to catch the ball, almost fell down. Reed gives it back. Eric Bryant for 3, back of the rim. And Spoonmore there for the offensive rebound again. Spoonmore, a 6-foot senior.
He works hard, though. Sean Jepson has been quiet here early, settling his team down.
Sterling, turnaround jumper, short. Spoonmore right there, puts it back up and in.
It's guys that are working, and the interesting thing is they go back up the floor. Brandon Dirks bumped into Spoonmore, and he shoved him away. He said, "Get off of me." Spoonmore is working hard.
Turnaround off the glass, couldn't fall. Rebound fought for, loose on the floor, still loose. Reed gets it out. Jepson, oh, nice ball fake. Underneath, put it in.
Baby, show me the money. That was big time.
He's got 13, and University High wants a timeout. They're going crazy in the Hall section. 2:06 left in the third. Spring Valley Hall leads it 43-37.
43-37. Sean Jepson. Now watch the ball fake to set the whole deal up. Oh! Hang in the air, scoop, and the shot. I thought Michael Jordan played for the Bulls. There's another look at it. Ground level. Now watch this fake. Everybody in the building faked out. Jepson, hang, get it on the glass, score it.
Spring Valley Hall with an 8-2 run the last 2 minutes and 40 seconds. There's the 8-2 run. Bench points. University High leads this one 15-2, but we told you that for Hall, the bench just isn't going to score a whole lot.
They just don't bring a lot of guys in. In fact, you were bringing up a great stat before we went on the air. When you look at what their starting 5 scored, it was mainly out of Jepson, 27 points yesterday.
Eric Bryant had the 4 free throws. That was it. Big contribution came from Joey Reed, the 9 points off the bench, and Spoonmore, or check that, Adam Curran had 5 yesterday. Trying to shoot his team back into it. That was very short. And Eric Bryant right there with the rebound. This is a big opportunity. The 3 goes in. Checking it too. They say a deuce. 46-37 now our score as Eric Bryant puts his team up. And now they change it to 45-37 and a foul called on Jepson.
All right, here's going to be the entry pass, and this is what's going to create the foul situation. When you're in a zone, we were talking about this earlier, Tom, when you're in a zone, you guard an area, but you also have to take responsibility for guys that come in your area. Nick Sterling's going to have to work a little bit harder to deny the entry pass. The best defense you can play is not the defense once the guy catches the ball. It's the defense you play helping deny him from catching the ball.
Adam Curran comes in as Nick Sterling will check out and get a rest. A minute 36 left, third quarter, 45-37. Spring Valley Hall with the lead over Normal University High. Bryant pushes it up the floor. Gets it back. He'll put up a 3. This one hit the clock. Goes off the shot clock. That's a turnover and a substitution coming in.
Get a look at Eric Bryant, senior, head coach, Spring Valley Hall. Ironic, a huge day in his life when his son Eric Jr. is born.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
And now they're playing 18 years later for a chance to play in the state finals on his birthday.
And his little boy just had a big steal, goes inside. Jepson threw it up, couldn't get the shot, but he'll go to the free throw line for a pair.
I really like the way Sean Jepson plays the game. No talking, he just does his deal. He goes out there and plays. Here he goes, gets in the air, he knows he's going to get fouled, and he still finds a way to flip it up on the glass.
Eric Bryant just said, it's mine. and you can't have it.
Get away from me. That's my ball. Eric Bryant is a consummate floor leader. Absolutely an extension of the coach. Very good at the free throw line. Very strong with the basketball. And a pretty good perimeter shooter, regardless of what happened yesterday. He was 0 of 9 yesterday, but that was an aberration.
15 points for Jepson, and his team leads it 47-38, and traveling call with 1:07 left now in the third quarter. 47-38.
No, everybody's looking for a foul there. The one question is, who created the contact? That may have been the shooter creating the contact, jumping into the defender.
Ball stripped away. Stanton with a big play for his team, and he comes in for the slam. Jeremy Stanton just created a big break for his ball club. He's got 17, and his team now trails by 7.
Well, he's working hard defensively.
He wants one more opportunity with the ball. Reed gives it back to Jepson. Jepson makes the move inside. Almost fell down. Stanton's leading the pack. Goes behind him. Catches. Got it. Count it. And he is fouled. Jeremy Stanton, almost on his own, is trying to bring his team back.
He is gambling all over the floor defensively. He has given up his responsibilities and said, I'm going to try and help my guys. Now, Eric Bryant, that's just a mental mistake. If you're going to commit a foul on a guy with an open layup, you better make sure he doesn't make the shot. And as soon as that play happened, Eric Bryant Sr. looked down at Eric Bryant Jr. and he pointed to his head. Think.
Yeah. Substitution will come. Jeremy Stanton will come out if he makes the second free throw. Missed it. And the ball goes out of bounds to the Red Devils.
Crowd all over the call. They want possession going the way of U High. Here's a quick look at it. Let's see. Can't tell.
Stanton played all but about 3 seconds of the game yesterday, so now he'll get just a little break. I think that's a good idea.
Got 10 seconds left here in the quarter, but it gets him an extra minute's worth of rest.
Oh, yeah, because it comes at the end of the quarter. Jepson for 3, hits it, and a foul. Hold on, a foul as well. A push-off called on Joey Reed with 4.7 seconds left. So the basket, the three-pointer is good.
All right, here comes Sean Jepson. Going to get himself a good look. There's a perimeter screen. Gets him an opportunity, squares his shoulders up, and nails it. And they get Joey Reed underneath, muscling for position. Now Jeremy Stanton comes right back in the ballgame.
Well, yeah. I mean, who else are you going to give it to? Just under 5 seconds left.
They'll give him the basketball.
Remember the Danny Ainge play a few years ago in the NCAA tournament? He went coast to coast. Stanton tries to do the same. The catch, and it's no good. He took the shot a little too soon. We've played 3 periods here in Peoria. We're 1 quarter away from determining the first finalist for Class A basketball. Spring Valley Hall leads at 50-42. Fourth quarter's coming up.
And it was fantastic. It was just one of the highlights of my career. I mean, that was the first time that I had seen a gym full of people, totally full. I'd probably tell them that at this stage of their young lives, this is the biggest game that they will ever play. Life will go on whether you win or lose, but don't come in the locker room after the game and say, gee, I wish I would have tried harder. Leave it all out on the floor.
Welcome back to Peoria. 50-42 our score as we prepare for the fourth quarter. Spring Valley Hall with the lead.
Well, this is what it's all about now. 8 minutes left for a berth in the state championship. I mean, this is big time, Tom. We got a great ball game that should go right down to the wire.
University High is putting on just a little more pressure on the ball, which can create opportunities underneath.
Staying zone, though. Be interested to see if they switch at all.
More of a double team. Again, you might see some wide open layups with this as Eric Bryant goes to the basket. And there's just what I'm talking about. Nick Sterling, there's nobody there to block him out. He gets the easy putback. That's 4 points. When you do that with a zone, Cappy, you really create openings underneath.
Right. When you double team a strong side, you're going to have real problems on the weak side.
3 from a corner. Nick Sterling with a rebound. Gets it ahead to Jepson. He lost it and got it back. And there's the foul called on Jeremy Stanton. That's his second.
And here comes Stanton. Jepson looking around and say, hey.
He fouled.
He's defended.
Oh, yeah.
He's rebounded. He's obviously scored, passed. Now he's officiating.
And a jump ball called. Alternate possession will go to University High. And now, Cappy, they need a little run here. They need to put something together as Nick Anderson comes back in and Dan Bradley will leave.
This is a big possession for them. They need to come down the floor, run their offense, and get a real good look at the basket. Last time down, they took a quick shot. They do that here as well. That's not how you're going to get back in the basketball game. Cal Hubbard looks out at Jeremy Stanton. Just settle down. It's a long time to go. 6:49 is an eternity.
Dan Bradley came off for all of 1 possession. He comes right back on. Jepson passes out of the double team. And again, open inside. A foul called. Kevin Jones will pick up the personal. He thought he got all ball. The official says foul.
Cal Hubbard saying jump ball. Real nice pass out of Eric Bryant. Oh.
Sterling will go to the line for a pair.
Real good effort out of Kevin Jones.
53-42 now. He's got 5.
You know, as people sit at home and they watch the ball game, Tom, for these young men and thousands others, you grow up dreaming of this opportunity. I mean, this is what it's all about for your high school basketball career. Can we get a chance to play in March Madness in a state Elite 8, in the best state in America for prep basketball? This is what it's all about.
And people in these towns will talk about this for years and years to come.
You remember 97, we got down to Peoria, packed house.
So-and-so did this. Jumper around, wouldn't fall, rebound loose on the floor and out of bounds. It'll belong to Normal. (53-42). Spring Valley with the lead. University High needs a little run here. In the lane, put it up and in. Count that one for Seth Hubbard.
Coach's son hangs in the air, just a sophomore, real good looking player.
He's got 8 points now. And again, that trapping zone inside. Joey Reed answers.
Well, what he's done all game long, he's used his physical play to get himself an opportunity 3 feet from the hoop.
Reed with 15. Tough jumper and a rebound foul called on the inside as Hubbard was pushed.
There's the drive along the baseline, hang in the air.
Spoonmore called for the foul. It's his second.
Real good job by Seth Hubbard, though, to come up with that rebound.
Hubbard, good pass, but a foul called on the pass. Sean Jepson will pick up the personal foul. You're right. He's cool. He doesn't say anything. Call a foul on him. He does not react. Just play ball.
He is what you're supposed to be. He's a student first and an athlete second, and he plays the game, and he shows emotion. When people talk about kids who are unemotional on the court, he's not unemotional. He's very emotional. He plays to the crowd, but he does his job. He doesn't trash talk his opponents. He is a great representative of what high school basketball is all about.
Reed had it, lost it. Hubbard, the big guy, went down on the floor, couldn't get it, and then a foul called. Nick Anderson went down on the floor and fouled Jepson.
Bodies all over the place, and there's the foul.
Brandon Dirks picked up the foul. That's his 5th, by the way. Said it looked like it was Nick Anderson. His 4th. I'm sorry, his 4th personal foul. 55-44. Spring Valley Hall, the Red Devils with the lead and the ball. Eric Bryant brings it across the timeline. And they'll get more aggressive with these traps now, I would think, which again just might lead to the open layups. Inside, Reed with the good fake, put it up, and traveling call. And we have a timeout on the floor. 4:52 left in this game. 55-44. Spring Valley Hall with the lead over Normal University High. We'll be back right after these. 4 minutes, 52 seconds left. 55-44. Spring Valley Hall leads University High. It's been a lot of fun so far, hasn't it?
You know, for a lot of players, the seniors that are out here and the underclassmen who may never get back again, this is the highlight of their basketball career. But for all the student athletes that are listening and that are playing today, we implore you that don't make this the highlight of your life. Make this the springboard to so many better things that life has to offer. And the true student athletes, that's what this is all about.
Take advantage of your opportunities.
The world is your oyster.
Oh, you like that one, huh?
I like that one a lot.
Right now, Normal University High, the Pioneers need to open up that oyster because they need some points on the board. Quick drive, throw it back out. Stanton on top, pitches it back. Hubbard, back to Stanton. Long three, no. Rebound fought for, and a foul called on the inside.
I think they're going to get Sterling again. A lot of contact inside. Yep, they're going to get Joey Reed. Shot goes up.
Yep, got him with the hip. You can see that.
A lot of contact inside. And again, some of those fouls are going to happen because you're playing zone defense. When you play zone, players have a tendency at every level through college to worry about their area rather than the guy that comes into it at times. Must block out by finding a body and sealing them off.
Well, and for University High now, they have got to start making some free throws. They've got to make a run. Time is running down on them. Ball knocked away. Stanton goes through a triple team, kicks it into the corner to Bradley. Baseline leaner, no. Offensive foul called on Dan Bradley.
Nice job by Nick Sterling to step up, take a charge. That is doing the little things to help your team win. He beats Joey Reed off the dribble drive. There's no doubt about the offensive foul. Great play, Nick Sterling.
There's two stats you'll find interesting. Second chance points. Spring Valley Hall leads that 15-2. Scoring this half, Spring Valley 23-11 over University High. All that leads to the score you see on the screen. Bryant had it knocked away, comes back up with it, goes through three players and is fouled as Brandon Dirks reached in and picks up the personal foul. And I believe he has fouled out. He has. Brandon Dirks has fouled out of this game. He leads with 14 points.
Much is made about having to come back and play another ball game later in the day. Can you handle it? What do you do physically to recuperate? The one thing I think people forget, yes, sir, these guys will be tired tonight and they'll sleep great overnight. But think about how many games these guys play in the summertime, in the parks, in their various summer leagues that their teams participate in. When you play and you're a basketball guy and you love to play the game, you know this, Tom, growing up as a basketball player, you play all day.
Yep.
You relish the opportunity once a game gets done to go out and try and do a better job in the next one.
So Dirks leaves. The junior comes out, and Andy Hinthorn comes in, a 6'1" junior. Big guy Seth Hubbard brings it across the timeline. I always wanted to do that.
They ever let you?
No. Are you kidding me? He'll put up the three. Off to the right side, and the rebound pulled down by Jepson. Stanton was right there trying to get it back. Good help out by Nick Sterling to come out, relieve some pressure, fill the middle of the double team.
Real perceptive, and as soon as he caught it, he got rid of it.
Good dish off. The ball goes out of bounds. Well, University High has got a chance now to make something happen, to get a little momentum going. They're trailing by 11 with 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. Let's see if they can take advantage here.
Got to run their offense and get a good shot. That's not a good shot.
That's a long three that very quick.
Long bailout three that's a very tough shot to make.
Bryant picks up his dribble. Good ball movement.
Joey Reed wants it inside.
2:45 left. 55-44. Spring Valley with the lead, and a blocking foul will be called. Nick Anderson will pick up the personal foul.
Sean Jepson just came over, patted his coach on the back and said, "Relax, we're fine, coach." You know, Eric Bryant sits down. Okay.
He may sit down, but I think he'll be right back up. You know, as a coach, I think you'd say, "Okay, thanks," and then you let him walk away and you get right back into it.
As a coach, you're going to have a 40-point lead and you keep thinking,
oh, exactly.
Well, I don't want him to get on a run.
Stanton with a quick three, and it's been a long time now since University High has been able to capitalize on anything. Seth Hubbard picks up the foul. That's his fourth. Dan Bradley comes back in. Hinthorn will lead. Spring Valley Hall, Cappy, is doing just about everything you need to do to advance to a state championship.
They're making their free throws. They're not turning the basketball over for the large part.
Sterling with 7, and it's 57-43 or 44 now. That jumper goes in, a baseline jumper. Kevin Jones hits that. It had been a long time since they made a basket.
Not a lot of gambling defensively.
Sterling comes up again to the top of the circle. When a teammate's double team, that's a great place to go. Behind the back to Reed.
That is big time. Joey Reed, the beneficiary of an unbelievable pass.
He's got 17, and now Stanton hits a 3 from the top of the circle.
10-point game, 1:49 left. Now watch this. This is a guy with very good court vision. Here comes Sean Jepson. Comes down behind the back. Everybody's waiting for him to dribble the ball back out, except for his buddy Joey Reed.
And if you could have seen Jepson as he threw the pass, he knew the layup was good already.
And he turned to the crowd, this huge section of red with a big sign that says the roof is on fire. And he puts his hand up in the air to the crowd as if to say, hey, we're taking you all the way. Now, if you're Cal Hubbard in the normal U-High huddle, you want your guys to gamble for maybe 15 or 20 seconds, but you can't allow the clock to tick too far down. There's only 1:49 left. Give an opportunity to your defense to earn a steal. If not, you're going to have to put Spring Valley Hall on the line and force them to make free throws to be successful.
See, Cap, I think the key is there's a minute 49 left. It's a 10-point game. If they hit a three, come back, get a steal, hit another three, it's a 4-point game. It's a long way from being over.
With the advent of the three-point shot over the last several seasons, you're right. I like the three-point shot in basketball.
Oh, yeah, I do too. Get it into Jepson, and the foul immediately called. Dan Bradley reached in and picked up the personal foul. Bradley with 4 personals.
Jepson, an 82% free throw shooter. Only a junior. This roster has 11 juniors on it for Spring Valley Hall. Eric Bryant's going to have a heck of a squad a year from now.
He loses his little boy. 19 for Jepson now.
Right, Eric Bryant Jr. is a senior.
There you go. 20 points now for Jepson. 61-49. Minute 40 left. Hubbard, nice move inside. And the ball out of bounds, should belong to University High. Now there's a minute 34 left, Cappy. There is time, definitely, and he wants to get his obvious three-point shooter. Hinthorn comes back in as Bradley will leave. I mean, look, he came in, he hadn't touched the basketball, and the first thing he did was take a three-pointer. My guess is he can do that. Minute and a half right now in a 10-point game. 4-3 back of the rim. Rebound fought for. Jepson comes up with it and slows it down. Knocked away. They want a timeout, and they get it. A minute 19 left at 61-51. Spring Valley Hall leads it by 10 with 1:19 left to play to go to the final. One minute 19 seconds left. A 10-point ball game. 61-51. Spring Valley Hall with the lead, and her little boy's got a birthday today, and her son's a head coach.
That's coach's wife. That's Eric Bryant Sr.'s wife. And she says, happy birthday to my son, Eric the point guard. Coaches' wives, they go through a tough winter. Honey, would you like to go out to dinner tonight? No, dear, I'm going to watch 4 more game tapes.
Yeah, really.
And then open the gym up.
Jepson got bumped. Kevin Jones will pick up the foul. That's his third. Joey Reed will come back in.
You know, many people know the names of Phil Jackson and Pat Riley, the big name professional coaches making big money. But in my opinion, some of the best coaching that goes on is right here at the high school level. People that are doing it not for the money that they make, for the love of the game, and they do a great job teaching the youth of America. Get a look at Eric Bryant right there.
Caps, I think something else that's happened in high school basketball. By the way, Jepson is now 12 of 12 from the free throw line. I don't think he's touched the rim on any of them either. He's got 22 points, so half of those come from the free throw line as the rebound putback wouldn't fall, and a foul called.
I think they're getting Joey Reed.
The thing that's happened in basketball, though, David, is as you get lower and lower in the divisions now, you get to high school, you get to junior high, you get to grade school, the coaching has improved a lot over the last 15 or 20 years. It's a major difference now. The knowledge that the coaches have, the drills that they run, the kids are better now than they were 20 years ago. And that may have been the case 20 years before that. I don't know.
Well, the other thing that I've found over the last, my involvement's been 20 years, as Joey Reed comes out, the thing that I've found is there's more specialization. When I was in high school, we played football or soccer in the fall, then basketball in the winter, track or baseball in the spring, and then in the summertime you did whatever you wanted to do. Now basketball players are basketball players year-round.
Yeah, and I mean, you may play football, you may play baseball, but guys continue to play sports all year, and they get better and better at each one.
You've got fall leagues, spring leagues,
but the summer
leagues.
Stuff is just unbelievable.
The summer stuff, the NCAA is going to have to cut back. There's too much pressure on the kids. Let them play with their teams.
You and I talked about this. Our player of the game, Joey Reed, played very well. Sponsored by Wendy's, 17 points, 8 of 10 from the field. He also had 6 rebounds as Bryant makes the second one. He's got 12 points now. And he's going to go right back in, our player of the game.
Here's one for you. If you were advising Spring Valley Hall, who's obviously a minute 6 away from a berth in the Class A state finals tonight, what would you tell them to eat this afternoon?
A little pasta, I think. You want
something for energy.
Carbs, right? And a foul called as Seth Hubbard went in. Nick Sterling gets right back up.
He could go eat the Super Bar at Wendy's. And a Pepsi.
All right. Hubbard takes his time and hits the first. You're right. He's a nice young player.
Very much so. Only a sophomore, coach's son, and you can tell he has worked on his game. He's a very talented player. You could have an all sport with the Wendy's Super Bar. You have a salad and some pasta.
Jepson has it. As you hear the PA announcer say, there's 1 minute left in regulation. Jeremy Stanton picks up the foul. That's his third.
There you get a chance to see Eric Bryant, who knows he's playing for the brass ring tonight, goes over and pats Jeremy Stanton on the back. This is a good ball game. Little conversation.
And now Stanton checks out. He ought to get a great hand from his team, and he does from the opponents as well. Stanton checks out. He gets a standing ovation from his group. 6'1" senior. Had a great career. .23 points now for Jepson. 50 seconds left. Jepson with the steal. Inside for Reed. He'll kick it back out. And they'll try and run some clock now. Reed open, tried to tip it in, couldn't, and Hubbard comes up with it. Baseline jump shot. Nope. And a foul will go on Dan Bradley. How about our Pepsi play of the game, Caps? You ready to see it?
Let's
you like this one.
This was one of my favorite plays of the tournament so far. Look at that. See, I had a hard time deciding which one I was going to vote for. That one or the no-look fake on the low post for the hang-in-the-air layup.
Couple substitutions now. Craig Olson comes in. And Eric Bryant will leave. Coach's son, the birthday boy. Dad and son with a big hug on the sidelines. Pete Martin comes in now. Kevin Jones comes out. Derek Baird will check in for Spring Valley, along with Chris Biontek. Jepson comes out with the hands raised. They know they're going to the state championship tonight.
Back, get a little rest. And then come play for the whole deal.
How about that?
That's outstanding.
Reed missed the second, and the rebound pulled down by Pete Martin. He's got 18 points now. McMillan goes baseline. David Arnold missed that. Rebound tapped. Tapped ahead. Pete Martin. Baseline. And Joel Serby comes up with the basket. His first points. 5 seconds left. Inside, off the glass. It will fall for Denny Giletti. And as that falls, the buzzer sounds. Spring Valley Hall survives and advances for University High. We'll see them again in just a few hours. They'll be in the third place game this evening. Tears in that man's eyes. 68-54, our final. We'll be right back. 68-54, our final score. Spring Valley Hall survives and advances. They had a tough one yesterday against Nashville. They came back and, boy, at the buzzer, avoided the winner as Nashville had a chance but just couldn't quite get it done. Today, a little bit easier time with Normal University High. They took care of the basketball. They blocked out. They made their free throws. They did what they had to do, David.
Right, took care of business. Sean Jepson, obviously their leading scorer, their go-to guy, but our player of the game, or Wendy's player of the game, Joey Reed stepped up, played very well around the basket, used his physical strength to dominate 3 feet and in, and I think that was the turning point in the game.
All right, Eric Collins standing by. Eric Bryant, the head coach, is with him. Go ahead, guys.
Thanks, Don. We're here with Eric Bryant. Eric, you have to just be ecstatic.
That's a good word, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't seem strong enough, but we got great games from everybody, exactly what we needed. UI is a terrific ball club, and I thought we did a super job defensively. Had great scouts from my coaches. They did a super job of deciding what to do in this game. And, you know, we got great performances on the offensive end for everyone.
Coach, just enough with the X's and O's. I think I noticed a tear in your eye.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little emotional. I get that from my mother, I think. I'm just real happy for these guys. That's all.
Can you talk about your son, his 18th birthday?
Great birthday present. That's only half of it, though. You got to get the other half tonight.
All right, and the question needs to be answered. They're talking about it at the desk. What do you eat between games? You guys got a plan, a meal plan, or your pasta knit?
Yeah, we're going to go someplace. You know, they'll probably want to do Hardee's or McDonald's or something like that. That's the generation, you know. We took them to a good meal yesterday. We'll let them have what they want right now, and we'll probably watch his second game, at least a half, and then get them back to the dorms, rest a little bit, and go over game plan for tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck in the second game. Tom, send it back to you.
You could see the tears in his eyes. His team's going to the finals. It's break time. 68-54. Spring Valley wins it.